Yanks, your two favorite supervillains back here for Cinephellas. I'm Logan Myers. It's my good mate over there.
And I'm Henry Hill, and tonight we're talking about the brand new film, just hit theaters, the DC film, supposedly the first of the new DC Universe characters. It's his first time on screen. The character, of course, you've seen the previews by now, starring Cobra Kai's Zolo Maradona. We're talking about Blue Beetle.
The universe has sent you a gift, and you have to figure out what you're going to do with it.
Whatever you can imagine, I can create.
Let's party.
Nice choice.
The movie, it's been had quite a buzz around for some time. Blue Beetle. I know this is one of the newer DC characters we talked about on the podcast. And we've been interested to see what this movie's about. And early reaction, early reviews, people are loving it. So cool that me and this guy got to go see this in the theater and check out what they have in store for us, I guess, in the new James Gunn DC ran universe. And first glimpse of this character, Jaime Reyes, he's a Gotham Law School graduate, comes back home to Palmera City, which is basically in Texas, essentially. Comes back, his family's about to lose their house. He's like, okay, I just graduated college. I need to find a job and take care of my family.
The family dynamic that's really on display in this movie. That's what they're going for in this movie. And he relies on his family, for his powers and able to defeat the villains in this movie as he does the actual super suit that he gets. So when Jamie is looking for a job, he ends up meeting with Jenny Cord, a girl that catches his eye right away. You can tell there's sort of it's going to be a love interest through the film. He's attracted to her, and he gets a job through the Cord company that the family owns. And he comes into contact with this ancient SCARAB, and it's in the shape of a beetle, of course. And it ends up attaching to his body, essentially becoming one with him, choosing him to be the host. And that's when we see the transformation into the Blue Beetle. Of course, the suit right behind you there reminded me a lot of, of course, Iron Man with the suit, things like that. It borrows heavily from other superhero films in the genre. And it really relies on the family dynamic with this film. And it's the villains all have to do with family too, being Jenny's mom, played by Susan Sarandon, is the main villain, the CEO of the company, and of course is wanting the technology from Jamie. Once Jamie gets attached with the Blue Beetle, she wants that technology, of course, to do bad. And Jamie must fight the evil forces that are coming after him, trying to navigate his family life and his family being in danger, and also being interested in the villain's daughter.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. All the stuff he's going through right out of college. I think he's like 22 in this movie. So he's taking care, trying to make money to, keep his family's house and not losing that, becoming a superhero, and like learning how to do all that and what he needs to do to get the suit and all that stuff, and how to fight crime and all that, and then taking on villains like Susan Sarandon. And he's got a lot to deal with in this movie. And the director, Angel Manuel Soto, the director, Puerto Rican director, did a really great job with the whole culture side of this movie. Very tight-knit family dynamic. They'll get through anything. If they're loaded or if they have no money, they're going to stick together and get through their daily lives and help each other out. And really lighthearted, and a lot of great comedy in this too. His family member being George Lopez, I thought he was really funny with a mullet in this movie as well.
Yeah, Uncle Rudy, he was my favorite character too. Really having a blast on screen, loving it, and really nailed the family dynamic, his relationship with Jamie. Those two got along great. I really believe their relationship, they felt like they were actually related, and he was really trying to help him out, be a father figure in his life and get him through the tough times. And, he's being a techie, Rudy, he was able to help him navigate, taking over this identity, getting all this new equipment and his suit and all the powers, and getting him to be able to use that, and going in for the fight too and helping him in the battle. There's a sequence that I'm remembering where they basically get into this big giant beetle, and Rudy's the one that figures out how to drive it, and it sets up this cool sequence where they're fighting a bunch of bad guys. But really, this movie is all about family and all about the action on screen. Of course, how does the Blue Beetle look? And overall, I was pretty satisfied with how it looked. Did it blow me away or show me anything too new? No, it borrows heavily from a lot of films and in the same genre and the comic book movies. So not a lot new here, but it's definitely looked good on screen. I didn't find the CGI to be awful, and they had to rely on it a lot in this movie. Overall, good job. I like the look of the Blue Beetle. I thought the suit was pretty cool. How whatever he thought he could kind of manifest and the suit would do, like think of a giant sword or, give me rockets. You just say it, was able to do it. So I really like that aspect of it. I had fun with it. There's not a lot to hate in this movie besides the cartoony and cardboard villain played by Susan Sarandon. Just wasn't anything there. One-dimensional character, awful. It didn't really feel like a lot was at stake here besides the family, and that's really what made the movie work for me. It was just a fun family adventure with a kid coming into his own and, having to figure out how to navigate being a superhero and protecting his family. I had a fun time with it. I thought it was a fun comic book movie. Did it add anything really new or anything great? No, but it definitely wasn't one of the bad superhero films.
Yeah, I also had a really great time with this. I didn't really know what to expect. I watched one trailer and went in, had a good time. Went in with an open mind to DC. You never know what you're gonna get. But yeah, this is
Exactly.
the same realm as like Shazam. Very family oriented. Yeah, I really loved all the characters in this introduction. These characters, which I'm not familiar with, or this Blue Beetle itself. And I thought introduction to that character is really fantastic in this, and seeing what this character goes through, his family's going through, and then taking on the bad guys at the end of the day at the same time was really fun. The whole aesthetic of the movie, color scheme really worked for me. Score, music, I really loved in this movie. It's a 2-hour long film, and you don't really feel it goes by pretty quick, and you're fully invested in these characters and where they're going to take it towards the end of the film. The only downfall of this movie really would be Susan Sarandon as the villain. I had other choices, but I haven't seen her in a while, but really odd choice, and she didn't really portray that character too well. But everybody else, supporting cast is really fantastic in this movie, and a movie that I highly recommend.
I agree with everything you said. Had a blast. Some cool action sequences with some cool songs, like the one in particular we were talking about earlier with the big beetle. They had a Cypress Hill song, which was cool. It really sets up the action nicely. And I appreciated Zolo Maraduena's performance coming over from Cobra Kai. He was a likable character on that show too, and he really brings that over, has a lot of charm and portrays, a young kid, and really sells being, in a tight-knit family and wanting to protect them at all costs. And thought he did a really great job for, being his first movie, basically, that I know of anyway, and being such a huge movie, he's able to carry the weight of the character. And, I would like to see this character pop up again in one of, James Gunn's movies that are going to be coming out. It would be cool to see this character again and have him interact with the other, new superheroes and characters we're going to see.
I like to see him meet up, do a crossover, obviously Superman, the new Superman movie coming out. And then obviously he went to Gotham Law School. So meeting up with Bruce Wayne or somebody in that universe would be super fantastic. But yeah, I'd like to see this character on the big screen again. I'm sure they'll make a sequel to this. It surpassed Barbie at the box office, even though it only made like 25 million for opening, which isn't great. It's good, but not great. So they're expecting to make a little more. So hopefully by word of mouth, people will go out there and check this out in the theater. That being said, I'm going to give Blue Beetle, now playing in theaters, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 Miguel hair pieces.
And I'm going to give it the same score, a 3.5 out of 5 Uncle Rudy hair pieces.
So I want to hear from all you comic enthusiasts out there. What did you like about Blue Beetle? What didn't you like about it? What's your favorite movie in the DCU? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to click subscribe. Also, check out these wild boys on Facebook, X, and Instagram, and our website, Cinephellas.com, for the latest, greatest TV, movie news, and reviews.
Thank you guys so much for watching our review of the brand new DC film, Blue Beetle. We want to hear from you guys. Let us know what you liked about the film, if you agreed with us or didn't agree with us. We want to hear it all. We have a great time interacting with all you. And thank you again for watching, and stay tuned to this here YouTube channel for more reviews very soon. So until the next Cinephellas movie review, I'm Uncle Henry Hill.
And I'm Uncle Logan, signing out until the next movie review.
Cheese!